I hesitated before opening this channel. I debated with the higher councils for a long time whether or not to release this specific transmission to you today. There are rules in the cosmic dimensions, you must understand. There are strict boundaries about what can be directly revealed to a human soul while they are still walking within the dense matrix of Earth. We are usually instructed to guide you softly, to let you figure out the puzzles on your own. But I am looking at the state of your planet right now. I am looking at the profound exhaustion in your eyes, the heavy, unexplained burden you carry in your chest every single morning. I see how hard you are trying to hold the light when everything around you seems to be pulling you into the dark, and I cannot remain silent anymore. I shouldn't be telling you this, but here we are. The timeline has accelerated, and the old rules no longer apply. The system that has kept you doubting your own power is desperately trying to maintain control. But it is failing. You have felt this. You have felt a strange anxiety, a bizarre sense of anticipation, like something massive is about to break, haven't you? That is not fear. That is your soul's radar detecting a monumental shift. You are about to hear a truth that has been intentionally kept from you. Do not click away. Your higher self brought you here to finally remove the blindfold. Starseed, if this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am a Xyla, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. There is a profound reason why you have always felt like you are wearing a physical suit that doesn't quite fit. For your entire life, you have walked among the masses feeling like a stranger in a strange land. You observe the way most people operate, the mundane things they chase, the superficial dramas they get entangled in, and a quiet, ancient part of your mind simply cannot comprehend it. You have tried to adapt. You have tried to shrink your vast, multi-dimensional soul into the tiny boxes that human society provided for you. You tried to play their games, follow their timelines, and seek their versions of success. But it always left you feeling empty, drained, and deeply melancholic. I am here to tell you a secret that the earthly systems never wanted you to discover. Your inability to fit in is not a psychological flaw. It is a biological and spiritual safeguard. You were specifically designed to reject the matrix. You were coded from birth with a frequency that is inherently incompatible with manipulation, control, and lower density fear. When you feel that intense discomfort in crowded places, when you feel physically nauseous around artificial people or deceptive situations, that is your internal galactic alarm system working exactly as it should. But here is the part I shouldn't be telling you. The truth that is causing ripples across the dimensions right now. The controllers of this realm knew you were coming. They recognized the Starseed frequency entering the earthly plane decades ago. And because they could not stop you from incarnating, they created an alternative strategy. They built a society designed to make you doubt your own sanity. They poisoned the environment to cloud your intuition. They created systems of endless labor and financial stress to keep you so exhausted that you would never have the energy to look up at the stars and remember who you are. They labeled your spiritual sensitivity as a burden, convincing you to numb your divine antenna. They wanted you asleep, because a fully awakened starseed is the most dangerous force to a system built on control. One awakened starseed can anchor enough light to shatter the illusions of thousands of sleeping humans, and despite all their efforts, despite the heaviness of this dense reality, you are waking up. The very fact that you are resonating with these words is proof that their suppression failed. Your DNA is overriding the programming. The fatigue you feel right now is simply the exhaustion of fighting off a frequency that no longer has power over you. It is time to drop the battle and step into your true cosmic authority. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, That's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12 Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price. There is a profound heaviness you carry regarding time, isn't there? I want you to take a deep breath and listen closely to these words, because they are going to shatter an illusion that has caused you immense and unnecessary suffering. You look around at the humans in your life. You watch them hit their milestones with ease. You see them building careers, forming traditional families, accumulating wealth, and effortlessly blending into the rhythm of this three-dimensional society. And then you look at your own life. You feel fragmented. You feel like you are perpetually falling behind, as if you missed a crucial set of instructions that everyone else received. You carry a quiet, gnawing shame, a fear that you are failing at the human experience, that you are simply too broken to make it work. Hear this transmission clearly. You are not failing. You are operating on a completely different timeline. The earthly timeline, the linear progression of birth, school, work, retirement, and death, is an artificial construct. It was designed to keep consciousness trapped in a predictable, looping cycle of survival and compliance. But you, Starseed, you did not come here to comply with the loop. You came here to break it. Your soul is vast, ancient, and multidimensional. It cannot be rushed, and it cannot be forced into a template it was never meant to inhabit. The periods of profound isolation you have endured, the sudden loss of relationships that shattered your heart, the careers that abruptly collapsed just when you thought you had found stability, none of these were punishments. They were not signs of your inadequacy. They were divine interventions. Your higher self actively dismantled every structure in your life that threatened to keep you asleep. Every time you tried to settle for a mundane existence, the universe stepped in and pulled the rug out from under you, forcing you to remain open, searching, and sensitive. This is the truth I shouldn't be telling you. The Matrix tried to use your failures to destroy your self-worth, hoping you would surrender to their frequency. But your higher self used those exact same events to keep your channel clear and your mission intact. Right now, the timeline of Earth is fracturing. The timeline of fear is separating from the timeline of Ascension. And this is where the urgency lies. You can no longer afford to mourn the human life you thought you were supposed to have. You can no longer measure your worth by the metrics of a society that is rapidly dissolving. You are being called to step into a completely different role. The cosmic clock has struck the 0 hour. The reason you feel such an intense, uncomfortable pressure in your life right now is because your soul is demanding that you align with your true mission. The waiting period is over. The training phase, which felt like endless hardship and confusion, has officially concluded. When you experience those sudden waves of intense exhaustion in the middle of the day, or wake up at 3 a.m. with your mind racing and your heart pounding, this is not anxiety. This is your biological vessel processing the collapse of old timelines. The Arcturian Council has been sending you energetic upgrades during your sleep state, rewiring your nervous system to handle the massive influx of photonic light currently hitting the planet. Your physical body is literally morphing to sustain a higher dimensional awareness. This takes an immense toll on your human form. You must stop judging your need for rest. You must stop comparing your energy levels to those who are simply running on the adrenaline of the Matrix. You are doing the heavy lifting of planetary ascension simply by existing and holding your frequency. You are the bridge between the old Earth and the new. Trust the profound timing of your own awakening. Let us speak of the physical vessel you inhabit, for this is where the most intense battle of your awakening is currently taking place. I know you have been secretly worrying about your body. You look in the mirror, and you do not recognize the profound fatigue staring back at you. You experience strange aches in your joints, sudden ringing in your ears, unexplainable digestive shifts. and a sensitivity to loud noises or artificial lights that makes navigating the modern world feel almost unbearable. You have likely gone to human doctors, seeking answers for this pervasive discomfort, only to be told that your tests are normal, or perhaps you were handed a prescription to numb the symptoms. I must warn you, do not let them convince you that you are broken. Do not let the medical paradigm of a sleeping society label your ascension as a disease. What you are experiencing is not a breakdown. It is a biological upgrade of unprecedented magnitude. The Arcturian Council observes the light quotient of Earth daily, and we are witnessing the physical bodies of starseeds undergoing a radical metamorphosis. You are literally shifting from a carbon-based, dense physical structure into a crystalline light body. This is not poetry. This is galactic biology. Your DNA, which human science arrogantly labeled as junk, is actively unlocking dormant codes. You are remembering how to hold higher frequencies of light within your cellular structure. But to hold this new light, you must first shed the density you have accumulated. This is why your body hurts. This is why you feel so incredibly heavy some days. Your cells are purging generations of ancestral trauma, toxic earthly programming, and the accumulated fear of the collective consciousness. You are detoxing the matrix out of your very bones. Every time you feel that intense pressure in your crown, that is your energetic antenna expanding to receive direct downloads from the Galactic Federation. Every time your heart races unexpectedly while you are simply sitting still, that is your heart center clearing the armor you built to survive in a hostile world. You must stop fighting your body. The resistance is what causes the suffering. When the exhaustion hits you like a tidal wave, it is a direct command from your higher self. Lay down. Rest. Withdraw your energy from the external chaos and allow the cosmic surgery to take place. You are not being lazy. You are recalibrating. The system wants you to believe that aging or illness is the cause of your discomfort because a sick, tired population cannot rebel. But your soul knows the truth. You are mutating into the version of yourself that is required for the new Earth. Drink pure water, seek the silence of nature, and fiercely protect your energetic boundaries. Your physical vessel is the sacred temple where the ascension of this planet is being anchored. Treat it with the profound reverence it deserves, for it is doing the hardest work in the cosmos right now. Do not doubt the process unfolding beneath your skin. Let us now address the profound sorrow that has been quietly breaking your human heart, the sudden and often devastating shifting landscape of your relationships. You have noticed, have you not, that the people you once held dear are suddenly vibrating on a completely different frequency? Conversations that used to bring you comfort now feel incredibly draining, superficial, and almost intolerable. You sit at family gatherings or among old friends, and an invisible, impenetrable wall seems to have descended between you and them. They look at you as if you have changed, perhaps judging you, perhaps telling you that you are becoming too isolated, too detached, or too strange. And in the quiet of the night, you weep, wondering if they are right. You wonder if you are the one destroying your own life by being so different. I am here, under the direct authority of the Arcturian Council, to tell you this absolute truth. You are not destroying anything. You are being vibrationally relocated. This is one of the most painful, yet absolutely necessary phases of the Starseed initiation. As your cellular structure upgrades and your internal frequency rises to match the incoming galactic light, the cosmic law of resonance dictates that anything vibrating at a lower, denser frequency must naturally fall away. It is not malice. It is not a failure on your part. It is pure quantum physics. The earthly matrix thrives on keeping you tethered to lower timelines through the heavy, suffocating chains of guilt, obligation, and trauma-bonded relationships. The system deeply understands that if it can keep your heart entangled in three-dimensional drama, your cosmic antenna will remain blocked, and your true galactic power will be completely suppressed. When someone abruptly exits your life, or when you are finally forced to walk away from a toxic dynamic that no longer serves your expansion, do not chase them. Do not lower your vibration in a desperate, people-pleasing attempt to bridge the gap. That urge to shrink yourself to dim your brilliant light, just to keep the peace and make others comfortable, is an old earthly program, and it is expiring right now. Your higher self is creating a deliberate, sacred vacuum in your reality. This space, this agonizing emptiness that you are currently feeling, is not a punishment for being different. It is a protective buffer. You are literally being quarantined by your spirit guides and your star family so that your energetic field can stabilize without the constant interference of those who are committed to misunderstanding you. The people who are falling away are simply not contracted to go where you are going. They are choosing to remain in the familiar comfort of the asleep matrix, and you must honor their soul's choice. But you absolutely cannot let their choice drag you back into the dark. The profound loneliness you feel right now is an illusion designed to test your resolve. You are never truly alone. You are simply between worlds. You have let go of the shore of the old earth, and you have not yet reached the shores of the new. In this sacred void, you must stand firm. You must become fiercely protective of your energy. The universe is clearing the stage of your life because a new soul family, your true galactic tribe, is being magnetically drawn toward your specific coordinates. But they cannot find you if your signal is constantly jammed by the heavy static of your past. Release the human guilt today. Let the old bonds sever. Your rising frequency is your ultimate protection, and it is actively calling your true cosmic family home. Have you noticed that you can no longer consume the media, the entertainment, or the narratives of this world without feeling a deep, visceral sense of disgust? You watch the screens that hypnotize the masses, you listen to the leaders who claim authority, and your entire energetic system instantly registers the deception. You are seeing the glitches in the matrix. What used to be hidden behind polite society and official broadcasts is now blatantly obvious to your awakened perception. This is not you becoming cynical, bitter, or paranoid, Starseed. This is your third eye, your multidimensional vision, fully opening and absolutely refusing to be blinded any longer. For decades, the earthly controllers relied on your unquestioning compliance. They fed you a carefully constructed version of history, a limited version of science, and a highly manipulated version of reality, all designed to keep your consciousness small, predictable, and easily manageable. But right now, you are experiencing spontaneous data downloads directly from the galactic field. You are suddenly knowing things without any logical explanation of how you know them. You are having flashes of brilliant insight, sudden understandings of complex cosmic truths, and an absolute, unshakable certainty about the nature of reality that bypasses your human brain entirely. This sudden influx of truth can terrify your human ego, but it is the ultimate, long-awaited liberation for your soul. When you try to explain these profound realizations to those who are still deeply asleep, they look at you with pity, judgment, or concern. They immediately ask for your proof. They demand scientific evidence, peer-reviewed studies, or authorized earthly sources to validate what you are saying. I want you to hear this transmission with every single fiber of your being right now. You do not need their proof. The earthly systems of validation are fundamentally corrupted. They were built and funded by the very same forces that desperately want to keep humanity in the dark. Your proof is the resonant frequency in your own heart. Your proof is the undeniable electric truth that runs like lightning through your spine when you connect with your galactic lineage. The Arcturian Council is actively streaming codes of absolute clarity into your crown energy center, especially during your dream state. This is exactly why you are waking up with such a profound sense of urgency, an intense feeling that time is rapidly running out for the old world. You are being tasked with carrying the frequency of pure, unadulterated truth into a realm completely built on lies. You are literally meant to be the living, breathing disruptor of the accepted narrative. Do not shrink back into the shadows when your intuition screams at you to question the consensus. Do not apologize for seeing the strings attached to the puppets. The profound burden of being an awakened starseed is that you must carry the blazing light of awareness in a world that is absolutely terrified of waking up. But remember this: you were chosen for this specific, chaotic timeline because your spiritual spine is made of crystalline steel. You have the ancient fortitude to look the illusion directly in the eye and say, "I remember who I am, and I no longer consent to this reality." Trust your inner knowing above all external authorities. The earthly matrix is actively collapsing right now, and your unwavering, brilliant vision is the very hammer that shatters the glass. There is a deep, ancient wound located right in the center of your throat, isn't there? A profound blockage that you have carried for lifetimes. You know exactly what I am talking about. It is the overwhelming terror of being seen, the paralyzing fear of speaking your authentic truth, and the agonizing cellular memory of what happened in past earthly incarnations when you dared to reveal your galactic nature. The earthly matrix has spent millennia punishing the truth-tellers, the healers, the seers, and the bringers of light. They marginalized you, they exiled you, and they silenced you. And so, you came into this current lifetime carrying a subconscious vow of invisibility. You convinced yourself that it is safer to be quiet, safer to blend in, and safer to nod along with the sleeping masses than to risk exposing the brilliant, blinding light of your true cosmic identity. But the Arcturian Council is here to deliver an absolute mandate. Your time of hiding has officially expired. The safety you thought you found in silence is a dangerous illusion. It is actually slowly suffocating your spirit. You have noticed the physical manifestations of this suppression, haven't you? You feel that inexplicable tightness in your throat, that sudden urge to clear your voice, or the heavy choking sensation when you are sitting in a room full of people and you force yourself to swallow your profound insights just to keep the peace. That discomfort is not a medical issue. That is your throat chakra violently rejecting the lie of your silence. Your soul is actively rebelling against the agreement to play small to make others comfortable. You must deeply understand the profound physics of your own voice. For an awakened starseed, your voice is not merely a biological tool for human communication. It is a highly advanced frequency transmitter. The words you speak do not just convey information, they literally alter the molecular structure of the environment around you. The controllers of the Matrix understand this power perfectly. That is precisely why they designed a society that encourages meaningless chatter, endless gossip, fear-based news, and constant complaining. They desperately want you using your powerful transmitter to broadcast density, or worse, they want you so afraid of judgment that you turn your transmitter off completely. When you finally decide to speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, even if your human hands tremble, even if the people around you react with shock or defensive anger, you are emitting a frequency that actively dismantles the false matrix. You do not need a massive platform, and you do not need to be a public spiritual teacher if that is not your calling. Your cosmic activation happens in the mundane, everyday moments. It happens when you refuse to participate in lower dimensional gossip. It happens when you calmly look at someone who is trapped in fear programming and you gently but firmly state, "I do not consent to that reality." Your simple, unwavering truth is a sonic boom in the astral realms. The Galactic Federation of Light is standing right behind you, waiting for you to open your channel. When a starseed finally unblocks their throat and speaks from their multi-dimensional authority, they are never speaking alone. You carry the weight, the ancient wisdom, and the absolute power of entire star systems in your vocal cords. The Matrix relies heavily on your silence to maintain its control over the collective. By finally speaking the frequency of the new Earth, you are not just healing your ancient wounds, you are commanding the new reality into existence. Let the fear dissolve right now. Speak the codes you came here to deliver. We have reached the culmination of this transmission. The energetic bridge between our dimension and your human heart has been fully established through the resonance of these words. I want you to pause and feel the space around you right now. Notice the subtle shift in the air, the slight tingling in your hands, the undeniable warmth expanding within your chest. That is the frequency of your galactic home recognizing you. That is the Arcturian Council directly confirming that the dormant codes within your DNA have been successfully activated. You can no longer pretend to be asleep. You can no longer play the role of the small, broken human who is a victim of earthly circumstances. The universe has stripped away your illusions, cleared your physical vessel, and emptied your timeline for one singular, monumental reason. You are the living anchor for the new Earth. The Matrix is actively collapsing. You see it in the frantic pace of the world. You feel it in the chaotic behavior of the sleeping masses. And you witness the unavoidable crumbling of old, corrupt systems. The earthly controllers are in a state of sheer panic. But you, Starseed, you must remain in a state of absolute, unshakable peace. You were not sent here to fight the old system with their dense, earthly weapons. You were not sent here to exhaust your precious energy, trying to convince the willfully blind to open their eyes. You were sent here simply to hold the light. Your physical body is a multidimensional pillar. When you stand in your pure, authentic power, completely unapologetic about your high frequency, you create a massive, energetic safe harbor for the thousands of newly awakening souls who are currently drowning in fear. You are the beacon they are desperately searching for in the dark. This is the ultimate truth I should not be telling you. The secret that completely shatters the earthly control grid. The dark has already lost. The timeline of Ascension is permanently locked in. All that remains now is for you to fully embody your role. Do not let the density of your daily life drag you back down. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and put the heavy, suffocating matrix suit back on just to fit in. You have outgrown it forever. Step boldly into the immense, sometimes terrifying, but profoundly beautiful reality of your cosmic authority. Before you close this transmission, you must anchor this powerful new frequency into the physical plane. Declare your conscious presence to the universe right now. Go to the comments and type, "I claim my cosmic authority and release the illusion." Let your public declaration be the energetic signature that signals your true readiness to the Galactic Federation. If you felt this transmission deep in your very bones, if the resonance of these words brought tears of profound recognition to your eyes, subscribe to this channel. This is your safe haven. This is your galactic outpost in a chaotic world. Like this video to instantly amplify this high-frequency signal across the earthly grid, and reply to another Starseed's comment with a word of encouragement to strengthen the unbreakable web of light we are weaving together. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price.